Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 24-yard line.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout.
Here we go.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort. for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
180. Here it comes. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Super one.
Throwing on third. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check 4. Check 4. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch that. Check nickel. Hey, shell.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
180. Go. Check 3.
This is Darrell Henderson, the rookie third-rounder. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Hold on. Check.
From the gun on third down. Gone. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
First and 10 at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
You can't block me. Check 50.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Tom Gurley, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On second down, Bridgewater again. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On third down, Bridgewater. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says, let's take a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here.
54, right there, 54. Go. What we got? Mike 5-4.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's get that ball, Let's get that ball right here. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, check 25.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Check 26, check 26.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now it's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Goff. Now the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Davenport, the first-rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Check 99. Check 99. Opposite.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
On 1st down, Breeze escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike 5-4. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. I'm here all day. 54 is Mike. 54.
To throw, it's Breeze. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, but now it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line.
First down, New Orleans.
And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. On second down, it's Murray. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. It's Murray. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Mike 54. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Let's go. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike 5-4.
On second down and 4, Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. Thomas, the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Like 20. DC.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
I got you. 25. Check 25. Check 25. DC.
Goff on 3rd down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 76! 76! 76! Turbo 7!
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And some room to run now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On first down, it's gone. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively, because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. To throw is gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. David Onyemata able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up fourth down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Check, Lucky. Check 52.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Watch the screen.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check hot route. Hot. He's coming.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Well, Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role.
Rush in.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 20! And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 52 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Switch.
They'll look to run with Henderson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Check. He's checking. Crash.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken at the 3. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
And through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go, G.
To the right side, this is Henderson. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is now 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start by running the option to the right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready? 5-8. Check. Watch 54. Man, easy. Opposite. Smooth.
Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Breeze now just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a 1st down here.
Right there.
Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 16 yards, a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Push him back. Push him back. Sammy. 54, right there. 54, Mike. It's been a long day for you.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Now this is a catch by Ted Ginn. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now, Brees again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go.
Again, they'll throw with Brees. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Brees. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Hey, watch that. 61, matchbox right.
Brees now on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Like 20. Score now.
On second and 11 now. Goff, blitz coming, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long. Here's Goff. And he's going to go down again. Alex Anzalone, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it.
Danny. Watch twist.
Check 13.
Kill.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
It's second down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Kamara. He's got room to run past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Breeze going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game.
Tonight, 180.
Yeah, that's what I do. Hey, switch gears. Show it up.
Now it's Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Another carry now for Gurley. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
180. Hold on. Check.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for L.A., it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2.